Imagine a world without antibiotics. Sounds grim, doesn't it? This was the reality for all of human history up until the early 20th century. Back then, even the simplest of infections could lead to death or severe disability. A minor cut, a simple sore throat, or even childbirth could have fatal consequences. In fact, such everyday occurrences were often a matter of life and death, with sickness lurking in the shadows, ready to strike at the slightest sign of weakness. Mortality rates were sky-high, particularly among children and young adults. The world was a dangerous place, where the threat of infection hung like a dark cloud over everyday life. Many of the medical advancements we take for granted today were simply non-existent. There were no magic pills to swallow, no quick fixes. Any infection could potentially be a death sentence. Indeed, the world before antibiotics was a dangerous place to live. Now, let's turn back the clock to the early 20th century. Picture this: a young, ambitious Scotsman named Alexander Fleming. Born to a farming family, he later found his calling in the world of medicine. Fleming was a bacteriologist, a scientist who studies bacteria, the microscopic organisms that can cause disease. During World War I, Fleming served in the Royal Army Medical Corps. There, he was introduced to the harsh reality of battlefield medicine. He saw firsthand how antiseptics, substances used to stop or slow down the growth of bacteria, were just not effective enough. They were killing more of the body's own cells than the harmful bacteria they were meant to combat. This experience sparked a burning question in Fleming's mind. Could there be a more effective way to kill bacteria without causing harm to the body? His relentless pursuit of an answer led him down a path of discovery that would change the world of medicine forever. And then, in 1928, something extraordinary happened. One day, Fleming noticed something unusual in a petri dish. It was a seemingly ordinary day in the lab, but the sight that greeted Fleming was anything but ordinary. In a dish that had been filled with Staphylococcus bacteria, a peculiar mold had taken hold and killed off the bacteria around it. This mold was not just any mold, it was Penicillium notatum, a type of fungus that was about to change the world. Fleming, being the curious scientist he was, decided to investigate further. He isolated the mold and began a series of experiments, meticulously studying its properties. Through careful observation and relentless testing, he discovered that the mold was producing a substance that was incredibly effective at killing bacteria. This substance, he found, was an antibiotic, a potent weapon in the fight against bacterial infections. He named it Penicillin, after the mold that produced it. And so, this was the birth of the first true antibiotic. The discovery of penicillin marked a turning point in medical history. This modest mold, stumbled upon by Alexander Fleming, held the power to change the world in a profound way. It was like a key, unlocking a door to a new era of medicine. Penicillin revolutionized healthcare, dramatically reducing mortality rates from bacterial infections. Diseases that were once considered death sentences could now be treated effectively. From pneumonia to syphilis, penicillin provided a fighting chance against these formidable foes. But its impact wasn't limited to the everyday illnesses. During the dark days of World War II, penicillin was there, a beacon of hope amidst the chaos. It saved countless lives, treating infected wounds on the battlefield, preventing what could have easily been fatal infections. The story of penicillin is a testament to human ingenuity, to our relentless pursuit of knowledge and our capacity for discovery. So, the next time you take an antibiotic, remember the extraordinary journey that led to its discovery.